Hi guys, welcome back to Jess Creates. Today I have a Project Life spread and this is using my Counterfeit kit challenge kit for September, and I am the guest designer for this month, so I will leave a link in the description box below to the kit share so you can see everything that I've got in my kit. Today I haven't got everything out because I'm only doing Project Life, so I've got my Project Life cards and my embellishments and bits and pieces and the stamp set that I put in my kit. So for this, I'm actually doing this page for a challenge for the 31 challenges, which is a Project Life monthly challenge by Megan at thenerdnest.com. So I'll leave a link in the description to that, and this one was about taking photos on location. So I decided to use photos from Center Parcs, which is my favourite place in the world, so it was quite fitting. So you'll be able to see how I use my Counterfeit kit to do this. So here we go. So to start with, I'm just going to lay out all my photos and choose the cards that I'm going to have on my page. And in the kit share, you'll be able to see all the different collections that these cards have come from. I've printed, some of my photos are full 6x4 prints. The bottom left hand corner was slightly smaller than that because I wanted to get the whole thing in, so it just needed to be a little bit squarer. And then I've printed the other ones smaller again, so I've got some that are kind of 2x2 size and one that's a 3x4. So I'm going for some of the cards from the Wild Whisper collection. The top one is going to have my journaling on, and that's got little bears across the bottom, and the white one that says Wild, that's also a Wild Whisper one. They're both from the Adventure collection. I just grabbed this pattern paper that I had in my kit because I'm just going to add a strip of it to this photo just because it wasn't quite 6x4. So I decided just to add it onto the end of it. So I use the photo next to it just to judge how big it needs to be, so where I need to stick my photo onto. I've also got a card behind the photo in the middle that is, it's kind of craft and it's got a little heart banner at the top. That was from Studio Calico. So now I'm just going to show you each card at a time and kind of how I work on each card. I decided after I'd done this that I think I'm going to stop filming my videos this way. I think it's easier for you to see what I'm doing, but I don't have enough space on my desk to have the full layout while I'm working on it. So I have it on my bed behind me, and what I realised is I feel that my page is now lacking consistency because I'm not looking at what else is on the page when I'm making each card. So I think I'm going to go back to filming my whole layout as I do it, just so that I can use repeated elements, because it feels a little bit disconnected when I'm treating each card individually. But anyway, I still love this layout, so I'm fine with it. I'm fine. So what I've done so far is I've just cut out little fishtails into the washi tape, and I cut one of them in half so that it's a narrower strip of washi, and I've just added those onto the corner of the card and added an @ symbol on top of it, and then written the words Center Parcs. And I'm using this card then to do the rest of my journaling and just to talk about the location and why I like it, and how looking back at these photos reminds me of the people that I went with. So that's that card finished. For this one, I've already stuck this photo onto that piece of pattern paper, and I like how the paper mimics the shapes in the photo. So this is actually a photo of the inside of the swimming pool. Normally I don't have photos like this, but last time we went I got a waterproof case for my phone so that I could take my phone in and take photos, because, you know, scrapbooker's got a scrap. So I have added on some little enamel triangles. They are freckled fawn triangles, and I've also got a freckled fawn label because I just needed a little journaling spot, and some little blue heart stickers. I'm not sure where they're from. I think a pen pal may have sent them to me, and I only have a few of them left, but they're in blues and greens, so I thought they worked really well with this kit. So I'm using my stamp set, and this is the Kelly Perky Spring Break stamp set. And I have tried stamping on photos before and struggled because the stamp has been kind of sticky, and it's actually taken off the ink, the printer ink, the ink on the photo. So what I've done to try and prevent that, while I just faff around figuring out where this one's going to go, is I printed these photos the night before and I let them dry. So I don't know if that made much difference, and I made sure that the stamps I rubbed with an eraser, so I tried to take most of the sticky off them. But that seems to have worked. One of those things seems to have worked. So they weren't getting stuck to my photo, so I was really pleased with that. So I've used another one of those stamps for this photo, and I really like this photo, this sunset photo. So I didn't want to add too much to it. And although the stamping went quite well that time, I didn't want to ruin this photo. So I've actually stamped this onto white card and then cut around it so that I could stick that on. But again, it's just another one of those things that when I look at the whole page altogether, it looks a little bit strange that I've done that there, but I've stamped directly onto photos elsewhere. So maybe if I had had the whole layout in front of me, I might have thought, well, I know I'm going to stamp onto that photo. I know I don't want to stamp onto that photo, so I'm going to do it on cards, so maybe I'll do that for all of them. But lessons have been learned. So for this photo, I'm adding on one of these cork pieces. This is from the Ali Edwards Fun Story Kit, and it says so much fun. And another one of these labels that I'm just adding my journaling onto, and I'm just cutting the excess off there. These are the word phrase strips and stickers that I put in my kit, and they are Ali Edwards. No, they're all Studio Calico. The navy with the gold foil and these grey ones are all Studio Calico. So I added on this one that says with all my heart and hug, and I'm just adding some of these little owls. I don't normally add characters or animals onto layouts because I'm kind of a literal scrapbooker, but Centre Parks is kind of woodlandy, so I think it works. So this card, this said, "You are my home," and it's from one of the Pebbles Jen Hadfield cozy cut apart sheets. And I didn't think I'd use the card. So I just wanted something that was going to be a bit of a border for this photo, because when I printed it as a collage with one of the other photos. And so it had a border on, so it wasn't a full 3x4 size. This card is from the Simple Stories Snap Travel Pack, and I actually did make a mini album all about Centre Parks, so I used a lot of that in there, and so I have a few bits left from the embellishments, and this card was just a little bit too big to use anywhere, but I cut out some of the elements on it and just used those for embellishments. So I like how that looks. I like that I've been able to use it. So this card is just my filler card, and it was looking a little bit bare, so I've just added a little bit of journaling around the outside, and that's that one done. This is a photo of Matthew, who is my sister's best friend, and he came with us. He comes with us most of the times that we go, and so we were very happy to have him with us this time. So, and he was posing in the window of the restaurant, which is just fantastic. So I've added a doily onto there and just cut that off. For this one, I was trying to figure out how I was going to get this photo of the log fire in or kind of onto this card. And I really liked the circle design on it. But I didn't have a punch that was the same size, and I didn't trust myself to try and cut this out of the photo. So what I decided to do was cut out the circle in the card and then adhere the photo to the back of it. And I'm actually quite pleased with how this worked out. So I was able to sort of frame the photo in the mountains. So I like how that looks, and I've been able to keep the design of the card while also being able to see the photo. So I've just added on a couple more of those freckle fawn triangles and a little lantern, which was from some My Mind's Eye stickers, most of which I used in my Centreparks mini album. And then I just cut a little fishtail into this tiny word sticker to add on. And that is my finished layout. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And I am sorry if you like seeing it this way, because I'm going to go back to seeing the whole layout at once. But do give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe for new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. And I hope you're enjoying my Counterfeit Kit Challenge guest designer videos. Thanks for watching.